Have you ever walked into your home and felt overwhelmed by the clutter creeping into every corner? If you're nodding along, you're not alone. Welcome to Evergreen Seniors, where we share practical, heartfelt advice to make your golden years shine brighter. Today, we're embarking on a transformative journey to declutter your home, revealing 28 things you might not need anymore. Why watch until the end? Because this isn't just about tidying up. It's about reclaiming your space, boosting your safety, and rediscovering the joy of a peaceful, organized home tailored for seniors like you. Clutter can quietly take over, making it harder to move around, clean, or relax. And for those of us over 60, it can even pose safety risks like trips and falls. But letting go doesn't have to be daunting. In this video, we'll guide you step by step through practical solutions. From swapping chaotic coffee tables for safer storage ottomans to streamlining your kitchen and rethinking sentimental keepsakes. You'll learn how decluttering can save time, reduce stress, and create a healthier, more inviting space. Plus, we'll share tips to repurpose or donate items, giving them new life while lightening your load. By the end, you'll have a clear, actionable plan to transform your home into a clutter-free sanctuary. So, hit that subscribe button, join our Evergreen Seniors community, and let's dive into these 28 game-changing tips together. Your brighter, lighter home awaits. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. 1. Coffee table chaos. Why it might be time to let it go. Let's take a moment to talk about something that nearly every home has. Yes, the coffee table. It's that piece of furniture that has stood as the centerpiece of living rooms for what feels like generations. Yet, when was the last time you looked at your coffee table and saw it looking as neat and orderly as you'd like? If you're anything like me, you probably can't even remember the last time it was truly tidy. Coffee tables, as convenient as they seem, have this sneaky little habit of collecting everything in sight. Bills, magazines, TV remotes, half-read books, and don't even get me started on snack plates. Over time, what was once an elegant piece of furniture turns into a clutter magnet, a dumping ground for anything and everything. For us seniors, this seemingly harmless coffee table can become a silent threat. With clutter piled up high, it's not just an eyesore, it can become a real hazard. The more we accumulate, the harder it becomes to move around, especially if your home is a bit tight. We all know how easy it is to trip over things or bump into sharp corners. And let's not forget the strain that constant bending over to clear things off puts on our backs and knees, something no one needs at this stage of life. But here's a solution that truly works. Replace your coffee table with a soft, fabric ottoman that doubles as storage. It's much gentler on the legs if you happen to bump into it, much safer for visiting grandkids, and offers hidden storage for things like books or cozy throws. Out of sight, out of mind. No temptation to clutter it up. Imagine how much calmer and more spacious your living room would feel without that constant visual reminder of clutter. So, take a moment and ask yourself, could it be time for a coffee table makeover, or maybe even a quiet retirement? Hang tight, because up next, we're going to tackle another common culprit of clutter that you might not even realize is hiding right in front of you. 2. Duplicate kitchen utensils. Simplify your kitchen, simplify your life. Now, let's move to the heart of the home, the kitchen. If you're anything like me, your kitchen drawers are a bit of a mystery. Over the years, kitchen utensils tend to multiply. 1 minute, you have a couple of wooden spoons, and the next, you've got 5. Ladles, mismatched knives, too many spatulas, you name it. For us seniors, this kitchen clutter isn't just about aesthetics. It can become an obstacle course. The more utensils we have, the harder it becomes to find what we need. When we're cooking, It shouldn't feel like a treasure hunt every time we try to find a spatula or a can opener. And let's be honest, do we need 3 potato mashers or 4 can openers? These duplicates take up valuable drawer space, and they make our kitchens feel cramped and overwhelming. But here's what I've learned over the years: streamline your kitchen, and you'll simplify your life. Take a little time to inventory what you use. You know, the utensils you reach for every single day. The ones that are your go-to for cooking. The rest? Donate them, give them away, or pass them on to someone who might still find them useful. Imagine how much easier it will be to cook, clean, and keep your kitchen organized. A streamlined kitchen isn't just practical, it's liberating. So, what's hiding in your kitchen drawers? Take a peek and start making space for the essentials. Keep your kitchen efficient, and the rest will follow. And stay tuned, because we'll soon tackle another sneaky source of clutter that's often overlooked but lurking right under our noses. 3. Bulky furniture you don't use. Reclaim your space. Now, let's talk about those big, bulky pieces of furniture we've all held onto for years. Maybe it's that oversized armchair no one ever sits in, or that heavy, clunky dining table that's way too large for the gatherings you hardly host anymore. These items may have served us well in the past, but now, they're just taking up valuable space. And it's not just about looks. For us seniors, these massive pieces of furniture can turn our living spaces into a maze, especially if we rely on walkers or have limited mobility. Let's face it, trying to navigate around a bulky coffee table or a massive bookshelf can be frustrating and even dangerous. It's all too easy to bump into things, or worse, get caught up trying to move them around for cleaning. It's time to ask yourself, do I need all this furniture? The answer might surprise you. By replacing bulky pieces with more compact, functional furniture, you'll not only free up precious space but also create a safer and more inviting environment. Think of it as reclaiming your space, both physically and mentally. Donating or passing on what you don't need will make room for the things that truly matter. So, take a moment to look around your living space. Is there a piece of furniture just sitting there, taking up space and gathering dust? It's time to let go of what no longer serves you. Stay with me, because up next, we're going to talk about a surprisingly simple clutter culprit hiding right under your nose. 4. Old magazines and newspapers, clearing the clutter. Now, let's take a look at something many of us seniors have in our homes: stacks of old magazines and newspapers. Raise your hand if you've ever kept a magazine because it had a recipe you meant to try or an article that seemed interesting, only to realize that months have passed and you still haven't looked at it. I've been there too. But let's face it, those piles of paper aren't adding value. They're just taking up space and contributing to that constant sense of overwhelm. We keep thinking we'll read them later, but later rarely comes, and they just keep piling up. Here's what I recommend. Go through your stacks, pick out the few that are truly meaningful to you, and recycle the rest. And if you find a recipe or an article you want to keep, take a picture of it with your phone or clip it out for a scrapbook. You'll be amazed at how much fresher and more inviting your space feels when you finally clear out those piles. It's like lifting a weight off your shoulders, and it'll make your living space feel so much lighter. Take a moment to look through your magazine rack or under your coffee table and get rid of the clutter that no longer serves you. Let's keep moving because up next, we'll tackle another sneaky source of clutter that's lurking in your drawers. 5. Mystery wires and cords. Untangle the chaos. Lastly, let's talk about something that's often hiding in drawers, behind furniture, or even under your bed: those mystery wires and cords. You know the ones I mean, right? The tangled mess of chargers, cables, and old wires from gadgets you don't even use anymore. It's frustrating, it's messy, and let's be honest, for us seniors, it's a potential tripping hazard. You've probably had those moments where you're searching for the right charger, only to find yourself fighting through a maze of tangled wires. Here's my advice. Take an afternoon to untangle this mess. Label the wires you use regularly with some masking tape and a marker, Then get rid of the ones you don't recognize or no longer need. Many places offer e-waste recycling programs, so you can dispose of them responsibly. Once you've pared down your cords, your space will feel so much cleaner and more organized. Plus, you'll save yourself the headache of untangling wires every time you need to charge something. Stay with me, because up next, we'll dive into something more sentimental but equally prone to clutter. Don't miss it. 6. Sentimental collectibles. Keep the memories, lose the clutter. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Sentimental collectibles. These little treasures we hold onto so dearly. Over the years, we accumulate trinkets, figurines, or souvenirs that remind us of unforgettable moments or special people in our lives. I know these items hold so much meaning for us. They're like little pieces of our hearts wrapped up in the form of a ceramic owl, a faded postcard, or a vintage clock. It can feel impossible to let go of anything tied to a memory. But here's the truth. When our homes are filled with so many of these keepsakes, they stop being the cherished treasures they once were and begin to overwhelm us as clutter. For many of us seniors, it's deeply emotional to part with things that remind us of our past. I get it. Those keepsakes may represent the people we've loved, the journeys we've taken, or the milestones we've celebrated. Letting go might feel like we're losing the essence of those memories. But as painful as it may be, the reality is that memories live in our hearts and minds, not in the things we keep. Keeping fewer items doesn't mean losing the precious moments they represent. Rather, it means focusing on what truly brings joy and meaning into our lives today. It's about making room for the things that matter most, what truly brings us peace and joy now. So, here's my suggestion. Go through your collection and pick out a few pieces that make your heart smile. These are the ones that bring back the best memories, the ones you can't help but smile at every time you glance at them. Find a special place to display them, a shelf, a shadow box, or a small cabinet, and let them shine without being lost in a sea of other forgotten trinkets. Then, think about passing the rest on to family members who might cherish them, or donating them to a cause where they can bring joy to someone else. By sharing these pieces, you not only give them a new life, but you also create more space for yourself. Space that allows your home to feel calm, inviting, and not overwhelmed by clutter. Remember, your home should be your sanctuary, a place that rejuvenates you, not one that adds to your stress. So, take a moment and reflect. What sentimental treasures can you simplify today? Let's clear some space for what matters. Next, we'll dive into another category of clutter that might be hiding in your hobbies. Stay tuned, and let's keep simplifying together. 7. One-time hobby supplies. Letting go of what no longer fits. Hobbies. Isn't it amazing how we've all tried our hands at something creative or relaxing over the years? Whether it's painting, knitting, gardening, or even woodworking, hobbies can bring so much joy and fulfillment. But let's be real, not every hobby sticks with us. Life changes, interests shift, or sometimes, we just don't have the time anymore. And what ends up happening? We're left with boxes and bins of unused supplies that are collecting dust in closets, garages, or tucked away under the bed. For many of us seniors, these abandoned projects can become a source of guilt. We might feel like we've failed to complete them, or maybe we regret spending money on materials we'll never use. I know the feeling. Those unfinished projects can weigh on us mentally, reminding us of the time and energy we've invested. But holding on to these supplies doesn't bring the joy back. It only creates more space, and not the kind of space that adds value to our lives. It creates mental clutter, a constant reminder of things we didn't finish. Here's my advice. It's okay to let go. You don't have to hold on to everything just because it once brought you excitement. Take some time to sort through your hobby supplies and keep only the ones you're still genuinely excited to use. For the rest, consider donating them to schools, community centers, or someone else who might love to give them a new life. Imagine the joy you could bring someone else, simply by sharing what you no longer need. And in doing so, you create room for the things you truly love, whether that's pursuing a new hobby or just having a peaceful, organized space. Remember, a clutter-free home makes room for what truly matters, whether it's a current passion, a new pursuit, or simply the joy of sitting back and enjoying the moment. So, take a deep breath and let go of the supplies that no longer serve you. Next up, we'll talk about something that's likely hiding in your kitchen, making your space feel more crowded than it needs to be. Stay tuned. 8. Specialty kitchen appliances. Free your countertops. Now, let's talk about the kitchen, a space we all cherish, and one that can quickly become overcrowded with specialty appliances. Over the years, we've all collected gadgets like popcorn makers, waffle irons, or that fancy pasta machine we bought with the best intentions. But let's face it, how often are we using them? For many of us, these appliances end up taking up valuable space on our countertops or shoved into cabinets, used only once or twice, and then forgotten. For seniors like us, every inch of counter or storage space is precious. A clutter-free kitchen isn't just about making your space look good. It's about making it more functional. Digging through a stack of barely used gadgets just to find your blender or your favorite frying pan can be frustrating and time-consuming. We deserve a kitchen that's easy to navigate, a place that encourages cooking and creativity without adding stress. Here's my tip. If you haven't used an appliance in the last 6 months, it might be time to say goodbye. Stick to the versatile tools you use regularly. Things like a good blender, a slow cooker, or a favorite knife. For everything else, consider donating or passing it along to someone who will actually use it. Letting go of those bulky, space-hogging gadgets will free up valuable space, making your kitchen more enjoyable to cook in. Plus, it'll feel so much better when you can open your cabinets without fighting with clutter. Take a moment to look at your kitchen space. What's hiding in your cupboards that you don't really need? Let's reclaim your space and make cooking a true joy again. Next, we'll tackle another area of your home that might be a hidden clutter culprit. Stay tuned, and let's keep simplifying together. 9. Holiday plates and decorations. Rethink seasonal storage. Holiday plates and decorations. They hold such warm memories, don't they? Those special Christmas place settings, Halloween serving trays, and Thanksgiving centerpieces that we pull out every year. They're a beautiful way to mark the seasons, to bring some magic and joy into our homes. But let's be honest, how often do we really use them? For most of us, they only see the light of day once a year, and the rest of the time, they sit in storage, taking up precious space in cabinets, closets, or even up in the attic. And for seniors, managing those heavy bins of seasonal items can be more trouble than it's worth. Climbing ladders to get to them or digging through crowded storage spaces isn't as easy as it used to be. And let's face it, those holiday-themed plates might not be worth the hassle if they're just adding to the clutter. Here's my advice. Simplify your seasonal storage. Focus on neutral, versatile pieces that can be dressed up for any occasion. A simple white plate, for example, can be paired with festive napkins or centerpieces to fit any holiday. This way, you're not tied to a collection of plates that only get used once a year. And when it comes to holiday decorations, keep a few meaningful or high-impact items, those special pieces that truly make your home feel festive and joyful. For everything else, consider donating or passing them along. You might be surprised at how many people will appreciate them. By simplifying your seasonal items, not only will you free up space, but you'll also make your life easier. No more searching through piles of bins to find what you need. And let's be real, less clutter means more room to enjoy the things that truly matter, like family gatherings, laughter, and the simple joys of the season. So, take a look at your holiday stash. What can you simplify today? Stick with me because next, we'll dive into another area of clutter that might be sneaking up on you in your home. Let's keep going, together. 10. Simplified office supplies. Keep only the essentials. Now, let's move to a space many of us overlook, our desks, or that little office nook we've set up over the years. It's so easy to accumulate an overwhelming amount of office supplies: pens, markers, staplers, paper clips, sticky notes, until we realize we don't actually use most of them. Do you have pens that don't write anymore, or piles of notepads that you forgot you had? It's all too common for these office supplies to pile up, becoming clutter in a space that should inspire productivity and creativity. For seniors, simplicity is key. We don't need a mini office supply store cluttering up our drawers. All we need are the essentials: a couple of good pens, a notepad or two, maybe a pair of scissors. Everything else? It's probably just taking up space that could be better used for something more meaningful or practical. Here's a simple exercise. Go through your supplies, test each item, and toss out anything that's broken or doesn't work. Then, take the extras and donate them to a local school or community center. Trust me, your excess supplies could bring joy and usefulness to others. By paring down, you'll create a cleaner, more organized space that's easy to navigate. No more searching through a drawer full of pens that don't work or sticky notes you'll never use. Instead, your desk will become a place where you can focus, where you can jot down ideas, and where you can manage your paperwork without feeling overwhelmed. So, take a moment to look through your desk. What can you let go of today? Simplifying this space will bring clarity and ease to your daily tasks. And don't go anywhere. Next, we'll talk about another huge space saver that could change the way your home feels entirely. Stay tuned. 11. Ditch the filing cabinet. Go digital and save space. Let's take a moment to talk about filing cabinets, those bulky, metal behemoths that most of us have clung to for years. If you're anything like me, you've probably accumulated stacks upon stacks of papers, bills, warranties, tax documents, and even a few old recipes that you swore you'd get around to trying one day. I get it, those cabinets once felt essential. They were the keepers of our most important documents, the protectors of memories and life's necessities. But here's the truth, they also became a black hole for clutter. The drawers are filled with forgotten papers, half of which we'll never look at again. And let's be honest, for us seniors, sifting through endless folders trying to find one single document is not only frustrating, it's time-consuming. Worse, keeping that paper mountain around increases the chance of losing something truly important, or, even worse, allowing that clutter to slowly take over every inch of our lives. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. It's time for a change. We're in the digital age, my friends. Scanning your most important documents and saving them to a secure digital folder is the solution. I know the tech world can be intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. If you're not confident in using a scanner or organizing files digitally, ask a family member for help. Trust me, it's a wonderful opportunity to bond and tackle something productive together. The best part? Once you've digitized your documents, you can finally let go of that bulky filing cabinet. Most of the paper in there can be shredded or recycled, and suddenly you've got more space to breathe, more room for things that truly matter. Your home will feel lighter, more organized, and even a bit more peaceful. Imagine what you could do with that newfound space, a cozy reading nook, or maybe just a clear surface where you can breathe freely. What papers can you let go of today? Let's embrace simplicity and keep moving toward a clutter-free home. Stay tuned, because up next, we'll take a look at another everyday item that's probably taking up too much space in your kitchen. 12. Outdated plastic cups. Time to switch to something better. Now, let's talk about those plastic cups we've all collected over the years. You know the ones I mean. Some are souvenirs from family outings, others might have come from fast food restaurants, or maybe you picked them up at a sports game. They seem harmless at first, maybe even nostalgic, but here's the reality. Over time, plastic cups can crack, wear out, and even start leaching harmful chemicals into your drinks. For us seniors, our health should always be our top priority. And yet, we continue to hold on to these cups, not realizing that they might be doing more harm than good. Beyond the health risks, plastic cups often pile up in our cabinets, taking up valuable space we could use for something more meaningful. And let's be honest, how many of us really need that mismatched collection of faded, scratched cups? It's time to let go. My suggestion? Upgrade your collection. Replace those old plastic cups with durable glassware or stainless steel tumblers. Not only are they safer and more stylish, but they also last much longer, making them a smart investment in the long run. Plus, they look far more elegant on your dining table. As for the plastic ones, don't just toss them. Consider recycling them or repurposing them for small planters or storage containers. With these simple swaps, your kitchen will feel cleaner and more organized. You'll find that your cabinets open and close with ease, no more rummaging through a cluttered mess. And let's not forget, your drinks will taste better too. What's holding you back from making this upgrade? Trust me, it's a change you'll love. Stay with me, because coming up next, we'll dive into another area of your home that might need simplifying for a healthier, more organized lifestyle. 13. Natural air freshening. A healthier way to breathe. Let's discuss something that we all crave, a fresh-smelling home. For years, many of us have relied on scented candles and air fresheners to fill our spaces with pleasant aromas. But here's a little-known fact. Many of these products are packed with harmful chemicals. For us seniors, who may spend more time indoors, breathing in these toxins can be damaging to our health. You might be shocked to learn that some candles release formaldehyde into the air when burned. And air fresheners? They often only mask unpleasant odors without actually eliminating them, and the synthetic fragrances they contain can linger in the air, irritating your lungs and aggravating allergies or respiratory issues. It's hard to believe that something we rely on to make our homes feel cozy could actually be harming us, isn't it? I have a better solution for you. Switch to natural alternatives. Essential oil diffusers are a fantastic choice, filling your home with soothing, natural scents without the chemicals. Or opt for soy-based candles that have no added toxic fragrances. Not only are these alternatives safer, but they also help create a calming, spa-like atmosphere in your home. And here's a simple tip. Open a window for some fresh air, or bring in a small indoor plant like lavender to naturally freshen the air. These small changes will transform your home into a sanctuary, free of chemicals and filled with the purest of aromas. Your lungs, your health, and your sense of well-being will thank you. We all deserve to breathe a little easier, so let's make this simple switch. Stick around, because up next, we'll explore more ways to make your living space healthier and more organized. 14. Chemical-free laundry. A safer, smarter choice. Laundry. It's one of those everyday tasks that we all do. But have you ever stopped to think about the products you're using? Dryer sheets, for example, are often the go-to for softening clothes and giving them that fresh scent. But here's the thing. These seemingly innocent sheets are full of chemicals that can irritate sensitive skin, especially for us seniors, whose skin may already be more fragile. Over time, these chemicals can also leave a residue on your clothes, breaking down the fabric and shortening the life of your favorite garments. When you think about it, these tiny sheets might be doing more harm than good. So, let's simplify and make healthier choices. I highly recommend switching to wool dryer balls. These eco-friendly alternatives are reusable, saving you money in the long run. They naturally soften your clothes and reduce static, and the best part? You can add a few drops of your favorite essential oil for that fresh, comforting scent. This small change will protect your skin, extend the life of your clothes, and reduce the waste associated with single-use dryer sheets. It's a simple but effective way to make your laundry routine healthier and smarter. Take a moment to reflect. Could your laundry routine use a little change? Coming up next, we'll take a look at another common household item that might be cluttering your space. Stay with me. 15. Ineffective bug zappers. A buzzkill for your space. Let's talk about something many of us have spent money on over the years: bug zappers. At first, they seem like the perfect solution to keep mosquitoes and pests at bay. A glowing light that promises to zap away the bugs. But let's be real. How effective have they really been? For many of us, these devices end up doing more harm than good. They kill harmless insects, like moths and beetles, without significantly reducing the mosquito population. For seniors, bug zappers can quickly become more of a hassle than a help. They need constant cleaning, and the loud zapping sounds can be unsettling and downright annoying. Worse, studies show that mosquitoes are actually more attracted to human scents than UV light, which means that zapper might not even be doing what you think it's doing. Here's a better solution. Use a simple oscillating fan on your porch or patio to create enough airflow to keep mosquitoes away. Indoors, a mosquito net or screen is an easy, chemical-free solution to keep bugs out. Not only are these methods more effective, but they're also quieter, safer, and less cluttered. If your bug zapper is collecting dust or simply not doing its job, it might be time to let it go. Trust me, your peace of mind will thank you. Stay tuned, because we've got more tips coming your way to help declutter your home and simplify your life. 16. Unsafe cookware. Protect your health in the kitchen. Let's take a moment to reflect on something we use in our kitchens every single day: our cookware. It may not seem like a big deal, but those beloved pots and pans, the ones that have been through countless meals with us, may be silently posing a danger to our health. Over the years, they may show their age. Maybe your favorite non-stick frying pan is now covered with unsightly scratches, or that old saucepan is starting to warp at the bottom. You know what I mean. It's tempting to hang on to them for just a little longer, thinking you'll get one more meal out of them. But here's the thing. As we grow older, safety and health become our top priorities. For us seniors, that scratched-up non-stick pan could release harmful chemicals into the food we eat. And those pans with uneven surfaces? They don't just make cooking more difficult. They can cause frustrating spills or burns. Not to mention, older cookware is often harder to clean, and we don't need more stress in the kitchen, do we? So, here's my advice. It's time to let go. Invest in a few high-quality, durable pieces that will serve you well for years. Look into stainless steel, cast iron, or ceramic pans. These options are safer, longer-lasting, and much easier to maintain. And the best part? They'll provide you with peace of mind knowing you're cooking with safe materials. Take those old, scratched, or warped pans and donate or recycle them. Clear out that clutter and make room for cookware that supports your health and your cooking journey. After all, your kitchen should be a place of joy, not stress. Imagine how much better it will feel to cook with cookware that inspires confidence. So, take a look in your cabinets and ask yourself, what needs to be retired? Stick with me, because next, we're going to dive into another surprising area where you can lighten the load. Stay tuned. 17. Declutter old tech. Let go of yesterday's gadgets. The world of old technology. Do you ever stop and think about how far we've come since the days of cassette players, bulky cell phones, and those clunky desktop computers? I know I still have a few of those gadgets tucked away, just in case, or maybe because I think, oh, I might need this someday. But let's be honest with ourselves. How often do you use them? Most of these old gadgets are nothing but space hogs. For us seniors, getting rid of outdated technology is about so much more than just clearing space. It's about simplifying life. Those old devices often come with a mess of tangled wires, charging cords, and miscellaneous accessories. It's no wonder it feels like we can never find anything in our drawers or closets. And don't even get me started on how most of these gadgets are no longer compatible with modern tech. They're just collecting dust. Here's what I've learned. It's time to let go. Recycle or donate these items responsibly. Many communities have e-waste recycling programs, and some organizations refurbish old tech to benefit schools or others who need it. Ask your family for help in sorting through what's worth keeping and what's better off in the past. Letting go of the old will open up space for the things you use and love. When you clear out that clutter, you make room for the things that truly matter. So, what's hiding in your tech drawer that you can part with today? Stay with me, because next, we're going to tackle another sneaky source of clutter that you might not even realize is weighing you down. Let's keep going. 18. Let go of someday items. Free your mind and space. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. We all have them, don't we? Those someday items that we hold on to with the hope that one day we'll use them. Maybe it's an old sewing machine, a pile of craft supplies, or that treadmill collecting dust in the corner. We tell ourselves that we'll use them again someday, but deep down, we know they've been sitting there untouched for years. For us seniors, these someday items represent unfinished plans or forgotten dreams, and while it's great to stay hopeful, holding on to them only adds to the mental and physical clutter in our lives. These items take up precious space and can make our homes feel chaotic, especially when we're striving to simplify and enjoy the present moment. Here's my advice. Be realistic. If you haven't used something in over a year, it's probably time to let it go. Donate these items to someone who can truly benefit from them. Knowing that your someday items can help someone else makes parting with them much easier. Your home should reflect who you are today, not who you were or who you thought you might be. So take a deep breath, let go of those someday items, and make room for the present. It's a freeing experience, I promise. Stick with me, because next, we're going to explore another area of your home where less really can mean more. Stay tuned. 19. Fragrance-loaded dryer sheets. A fresh change for your laundry. Now, let's talk about something we all use but may not think twice about: dryer sheets. These little sheets are tossed into the dryer to make our clothes smell fresh and feel soft. But here's the catch. Many of these dryer sheets are packed with chemicals that can be harmful, especially for us seniors with sensitive skin. Those fragrances often mask irritants that can cause rashes, allergies, or even respiratory problems. Over time, dryer sheets can also leave a sticky residue on your clothes, making them wear out faster. And let's not forget, they're single-use products, which means they add to the waste and clutter in your home. Here's a simple solution that I've adopted. Switch to natural alternatives like wool dryer balls. They're reusable and chemical-free, and they even reduce static in your laundry. If you still enjoy a light scent, you can add a few drops of essential oil to the dryer balls. It's a small change, but it makes a big difference, not only for your skin but for the environment too. Simplifying your laundry routine can help protect your skin and reduce the clutter in your home. So, take a moment to rethink your laundry habits. Trust me, you'll feel the difference. Stick with me, because up next, we'll discuss another easy change that can make your life simpler and more comfortable. Let's keep going. 20. Healthy cooking choices. Say goodbye to deep fryers. Let's step back into the kitchen, but this time, let's talk about that bulky deep fryer sitting in the corner. It might have seemed like a great idea at the time. Crispy fries, homemade chicken, or tempura. But let's face it, over time, that deep fryer has probably become more of a space hog than a useful tool. And on top of that, fried food isn't exactly the healthiest option, especially as we get older. For seniors, health is everything, and making smarter cooking choices is one of the best ways to stay healthy. Deep fryers not only encourage unhealthy eating, but they also take up valuable counter space and are a pain to clean. Plus, they're heavy and awkward to move around, adding unnecessary stress to your kitchen routine. Here's my advice. Replace your deep fryer with a healthier and more versatile option, like an air fryer or a convection oven. These appliances can achieve the same crispy texture without all the oil, making your meals lighter and your cleanup easier. Not to mention, they take up much less space and look sleeker in your kitchen. So let's make a change for your health, your kitchen, and your peace of mind. What's your deep fryer still doing in your home? Stick with me, because next, we're going to explore a surprising way to repurpose items you forgot you had. Stay tuned. 21. Repurpose hotel freebies. Give them a new life. Let's take a moment to reflect on those little treasures we often bring home from hotels. Shower caps, mini bottles of shampoo, or those adorable soaps. At the time, they seemed like useful items, something too good to just leave behind. But now, if you're anything like me, they're probably tucked away in a drawer, forgotten and gathering dust. It's easy to think, I'll use this someday. But let's be real, how often do we reach for those travel-sized freebies? Over time, they pile up, adding to the clutter in our homes and filling our spaces with items that no longer serve a purpose. For us, the accumulation of such things can become overwhelming. But here's the thing. I've realized that holding on to these tiny gifts just to avoid waste doesn't do us any good. Instead, I propose you take a step back and think about what you have. Go through those items and only keep what truly serves you. Maybe the mini shampoos for an upcoming trip or the lotion when you're traveling. As for the rest, those shower caps, for instance, can be repurposed as shoe covers in your luggage or even to protect bowls in the fridge. And unused soaps or shampoos. They can make a world of difference in shelters or community programs. By repurposing or donating, you give these little items a new life while freeing up space in your home. Imagine the relief of knowing they're not just sitting there, collecting dust, but serving a purpose. So, what treasures are hidden in your drawers right now? Are they waiting to be given a second chance? Let's clear out the clutter together and make space for what matters. Up next, we'll dive into an area where simplicity can truly transform your life. Stay tuned. 22. Gentle skincare choices. A softer touch for your skin. As we age, our skin goes through so many changes. It becomes thinner, more delicate, and far more sensitive to the harsh products we once used without a second thought. For many of us, the old habits of using chemical-heavy cleansers or makeup wipes seem ingrained. But what if I told you those very habits could be doing more harm than good? It's time for a change, especially for us seniors, whose skin now craves a gentler touch. The skincare products we choose today can make a profound difference in how we feel and look tomorrow. Instead of clinging to those harsh products, why not embrace something kinder to your skin? Think about the simplicity of natural ingredients. Aloe vera-based moisturizers, for example, or a mild, fragrance-free cleanser. These are not only gentle but also far more effective in nourishing the skin's true needs. And let's talk about makeup wipes. While convenient, they can tug at the skin, causing unnecessary irritation. How about swapping them for a soft washcloth and a natural cleansing oil? Not only are these options gentler, but they're also reusable and eco-friendly. This small change can help reduce waste, simplify your routine, and, best of all, protect your skin. As we grow older, it's even more essential to pamper the skin we're in. It's no longer about beauty routines but about self-care, about listening to our bodies and choosing what's truly best for them. So, take a moment to look at your skincare shelf. Does it need a refresh? Trust me, your skin deserves this soft, loving touch now more than ever. Stay with me, because up next, we're going to explore another way to simplify and brighten your space. 23. Piggy banks in a cashless world. A new purpose for an old friend. Do you remember the joy of watching your piggy bank fill up with coins? The excitement of hearing the clink of each new coin dropped inside, knowing you were saving for something special? For many of us, these little banks were more than just a way to save. They were symbols of childhood innocence, of simplicity. But in today's world, with nearly everything we buy being paid for with cards or apps, that little piggy bank often collects dust, forgotten on a shelf. As seniors, we've lived through the evolution of money and the digital age, and it's time to rethink the role of our beloved piggy banks. While coins might no longer play a significant role in our daily lives, that doesn't mean these little banks don't still have value. Why not repurpose them? Imagine turning your piggy bank into a memory jar, a place to store small mementos, notes, or even photos that remind you of cherished moments. These banks can become a decoration that sparks joy and nostalgia, filling your home with warmth and sentiment. If you have a collection, maybe it's time to select your favorite to keep as a reminder of those simpler times, and then donate the rest to schools or community groups, where they can inspire a new generation of savers. Letting go of these old items doesn't mean losing the memories they hold. It means making space for new memories to take their place. So, what's hiding in your piggy banks? Or better yet, how can you give them a new life? Stick with me, because up next, we're going to tackle another space in your home that might be holding you back. Let's keep going. 24. Old magazines and newspapers. Clear the clutter. Breathe easier. How many times have you told yourself, "I'll get to that later," when it comes to sorting through your collection of old magazines or newspapers? We all have them. Stacks of papers that we keep just in case we need that recipe or interesting article down the road. But if we're honest, how often do we revisit them? For many of us, those piles become dusty, unwieldy reminders of things we meant to do but never quite got around to. For seniors, decluttering isn't just about making space. It's about making life simpler, easier, and more comfortable. Those old magazines and newspapers can be a breeding ground for dust, allergens, and even bacteria, making it harder to keep the air fresh and your home clean. Plus, those towering piles of paper can become a tripping hazard, especially for us as we get older. Let's take charge and declutter our spaces for good. I suggest going through your collection and keeping only the most meaningful pieces. Maybe that article you've always wanted to try or that recipe you swear you'll make one day. For the rest, don't be afraid to recycle them. If there's something you truly can't part with, snap a photo and store it digitally or create a folder to keep it organized. When you let go of the excess, you'll be amazed at how much lighter your space feels. So, what's buried under your coffee table or hiding in your magazine rack? Take a moment to breathe and clear it out. You'll be glad you did. Stay with me, because next, we'll dive into another way to create a simpler, more peaceful living space. Let's keep going. 25. Bulky furniture adjustment. Create a more comfortable space. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. Let's take a good look at the furniture in our homes. The heavy, bulky pieces that we've kept for years. Maybe it's an oversized armchair no one uses, or that huge dining table that no longer suits your lifestyle. While these pieces may hold sentimental value, they also take up precious space, making your home feel cramped, cluttered, and harder to navigate. For us seniors, this isn't just an aesthetic issue, it's a matter of safety and practicality. A cluttered room with too much furniture can increase the risk of trips and falls, and it can make it difficult to move around, especially if you use a walker or cane. What's the solution? Take a step back and evaluate your furniture. Do you use it all? Does it serve a purpose? If it no longer fits your needs, consider donating or selling it. Replace bulky pieces with smaller, more functional furniture that suits your current lifestyle. By making these simple adjustments, you'll create a home that's both safe and inviting, a place where you can move freely and enjoy every corner. So, take a moment and think about your living space. What's too big, too heavy, or no longer necessary? Clear out the unnecessary pieces and reclaim your space. Let's keep going because next, we'll talk about another item that might be cluttering your home. Stay tuned. 26. Unnecessary decoration. Simplify your space with meaningful touches. Let's take a moment to reflect on the decorations we've accumulated over the years. It's so easy to fall into the trap of thinking that more is better. We add knickknacks, figurines, and wall hangings, all in the hopes of brightening up our homes, adding personality or even holding on to memories. But here's the truth. Too many of these items can quickly start to overwhelm us. Instead of enhancing the beauty of your space, they can create clutter, make things harder to clean, and in the end, make your home feel more chaotic than calm. For seniors like us, simplifying our decorations isn't about losing the charm of our homes. It's about rediscovering what matters. It's about letting go of the excess and focusing on the pieces that bring us joy or hold sentimental value. Imagine a favorite family photo that captures a moment of love, a vase passed down from a dearly beloved relative, or a painting that still makes you smile every time you pass it. Those items aren't just decorations, theory memories. They're treasures that tell your story. So here's what I suggest. Take a walk through your home. Look at each piece and ask yourself, does this item make me happy, or is it just taking up space? The things you no longer connect with? It's okay to let them go. Donate or pass them on to someone who might find joy in them. Doing this doesn't just free up space, it also makes the things you love shine even brighter. Simplifying your decor can breathe new life into your home, making it feel more elegant, peaceful, and so much easier to maintain. Stick with me, because next, we'll discuss another way to reduce clutter and create an organized space that truly supports you. Let's keep going. 27. Unused fitness gadgets. Reclaim your space and simplify. Now, let's get real for a moment. How many of us have a closet or corner filled with fitness gadgets? Maybe it's a thigh master, a set of resistance bands, or even a treadmill that's now doubling as a coat rack. We all bought these with the best of intentions, thinking they would help us get in shape, but the reality is, they're just sitting there collecting dust, taking up space that could be used for something far more meaningful. For seniors like us, staying active is important, but we don't need a collection of unused gadgets to do it. The truth is that these items can add unnecessary clutter, making our living spaces feel cramped and even creating obstacles that can be dangerous to navigate. And let's be honest, every time we see these unused gadgets, it can be a reminder of things we've yet to do. It's easy to feel discouraged when you're surrounded by things that you've never used or don't need anymore. Here's my suggestion. Take a moment to assess your fitness gear. Keep only the essentials, the items you use and enjoy, like a yoga mat or a pair of lightweight dumbbells. For the rest, consider donating them to a local community center or selling them online. Let someone else put them to good use, and in the process, you'll free up space for activities you truly love. Remember, your health and happiness don't depend on having every gadget imaginable. A simple walk, some gentle stretches, or even just moving your body in ways that feel good are more than enough to stay healthy and strong. Stick with me, because next, we'll talk about the final step in creating a peaceful and functional home. Let's keep going. 28. Share unused items. Declutter with purpose and joy. Let's wrap things up with a simple but powerful thought: sharing. Over the years, we've all accumulated things that are in good condition but no longer serve us. Maybe it's extra dishes that you rarely use, a chair that no longer fits your space, or even a stack of books you've already read. These things might not have a place in your life anymore, but they could be exactly what someone else is looking for. For seniors like us, decluttering isn't just about creating a tidier home, it's about finding meaning in the process. When we donate unused items to local charities, schools, or shelters, we're not just getting rid of stuff, we're sharing a piece of ourselves. We're giving others the chance to enjoy things that we no longer need but are still valuable. It's a beautiful way to spread joy and bring a sense of purpose to the act of letting go. Here's my advice. Start by focusing on one area of your home. Look around and gather items you no longer need, then think about who might benefit from them. Maybe it's a neighbor, a family member, or a local organization. Sharing these items doesn't just lighten your load, it deepens your connection with others. And as you give your unused belongings a new home, you create more space for what truly matters in your life. Not just in your home, but in your heart as well. As we wrap up today's discussion, I hope you found some inspiration to simplify and declutter your space, and in turn, simplify your life. We've covered everything from unnecessary decorations to unused fitness gadgets, and even the joy of sharing things with others. It's amazing how small changes can make such a big difference in how we feel in our homes and our hearts. So, what have you learned so far? Is there a piece of advice or a new habit that you're ready to bring into your own life? I'd love to hear from you. Comment below and share one thing you've learned today and how you plan to put it into practice. If you like this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support means the world to us, and it helps us continue bringing you more helpful content. Let's keep this journey of simplifying and finding meaning in our lives going.